Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about why to invest in ELSS. You can also visit our website, that is www.investnivesh.blogspot.in, to know about more on ELSS. So what is ELSS? ELSS stands for Equity Linked Savings Scheme. So this scheme was proposed by the government in order to promote investments in mutual fund schemes, and with the help of ELSS, many people have started investing in mutual funds, especially in equity mutual funds. So these benefits are provided by many AMCs, which is asset management companies, just like you have heard about ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund, HDFC Mutual Fund, and there are many more mutual funds which are popular in India. And the good thing about is that you just need rupees 500 a month to start an SIP in investing in ELSS. So what are the benefits of ELSS? The first benefit is like the investment which you do in ELSS and the capital gain which you achieve over a period of time, both are tax free. So you don't have to pay tax both in the investment as well as the returns which you get. So for example, if you have invested 100 rupees today and after 5 years it has become 200 rupees, so you don't have to pay on the 100 rupees which you have invested and the 100 rupees gain which you have achieved over a period of 5 years. That both are tax free. The good thing also apart from this is that there is a shortest lock-in period for getting tax-free benefit as compared to other instruments. So if you take an example of tax-free deposits, there is a 5-year locking period. In ELSS there is only 3-year locking period, so which is overall good. So you can basically redeem that amount at the end of 3 years. If you take an example of PPF, which also has a tax-free benefit in terms of principal as well as the interest, the locking period is huge as 10 to 15 years, and you can partially remove your amount at the end of 7th year and not before, I would say, 7th year. So overall the locking period is very less, so that is good for any investor to invest in ELSS. And also the third good benefit is like you don't have to invest a huge amount so that you get this benefit. You can just begin by rupees 500 a month. So this is a list of top performing ELSS funds. So these are all the, I will say, popular AMCs and well reputed. And the data which I have put up is from the Value Research website. You can go through this website to know more about ELSS funds available. And these funds, like you can see the launch date, it is begin like as earlier as 96, and these are the like top performing funds right now. And I would recommend to only invest in 5-star rating funds, because Value Research has done a good amount of research in terms of what kind of companies in which the investment is happening, what is overall the portfolio of the ELSS fund in terms of assets, the overall returns which they have generated over a period of, let's say, 5 year, 10 year, and going forward what is the expectation that this will further perform better. So I will recommend to go for 5-star funds only. It's up to you eventually which fund you want to decide, but my recommendation will be go for a 5-star fund. So how much you should invest in ELSS? So I will say invest accordingly to how much Section 80C benefit you want to have, but with a cap of up to rupees 1.5 lakh a year. So as you know that you can get a 1.5 lakh rupees benefit is under Section 80C out of the taxable income which you have. So let's say your taxable income is 4 lakh rupees, and so as when you are a male, so typically you get 3 lakh rupees as tax exemption, and plus 1 lakh rupee if you invest in Section 80C. So in this situation you just do need to require 1 lakh rupees investment in Section 80C. So if you don't have any investment in Section 80C, then you can definitely invest that complete one amount by investing in, I will say, over a period of time, and not, I will say, the regular, I would say just one shot 1 lakh investment doesn't make sense. So I will suggest you to invest at least let's say if you want to invest 1 lakh, you should divide it by that to 12, and eventually 8 to 9,000 rupees a month should be a potential investment every month in ELSS. And There are many ELSS funds available, but I will suggest to pick up any one or two which you want to take it up. Either one of them which are 5-star rated and the option of direct plan is available, I will definitely recommend those plans. And as mentioned earlier, I will definitely recommend you to invest regularly. The potential benefits in investing regularly is that since the equity market is volatile, you will get to invest in various, I will say, upside and downsides of the market. Eventually will help you to generate better returns over a period of time, and in long run it will definitely help you to gain a lot of compounding return overall as compared to investing only at once. And also investing regularly will help you to basically spread out your investment cash flows overall, instead of investing at one shot. And I will always recommend you to buy direct plans as compared to regular plans. Typically, if you invest in ELSs through a broker or through any agent, they only provide you with the regular plan. The issue is that in regular plan, they have a high expense ratio, because the expense ratio which the AMC, which the asset management company such as ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund, HDFC, etc., etc., they basically charge expense ratio for their management fees of those funds. So typically, in regular plans is, in most of the cases, the equity mutual funds have a expense ratio about 2, 2.5, even as go high as 3.1. And the issue is that that is deducted from the overall return which you have generated by investing in those funds. So there is a lot of difference, I would say, in terms of direct plans and regular plans in expense ratio. If you will suggest that you buy direct plans, the reason behind is that if you compare a regular plan and a direct plan, there is a huge difference in the expense ratio. Typically it's ranging from 1 to 1.5% of the total amount. So that expense ratio basically the AMC charge for the management fees. So if you compound it and you multiply your investments, it definitely is a huge amount going forward. So I will recommend that you buy direct plans only. That will help you to earn more returns on your investments. And I don't think you require a broker if you're a small retail investment. If you are tech savvy and know more about mutual funds by researching and finding out the right mutual funds on your own. So thank you for watching this video, and I will definitely recommend to like, comment and subscribe to our channel. And also you can visit www.investnivesh.blogspot.in, and do let me know if you have queries in the comment section. I hope you like this video, and I will definitely see you in the next video. I'm also planning to write a article and also a video on why one should invest in direct plans, so that you can get a perspective like it is really beneficial or you should not invest in direct plans. So thank you.